Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. And today I'm doing something a little bit different. I've come down to Kennel Vale, down near Truro in Cornwall. It wasn't meant to be on today's list, I must admit, but what's ended up happening is I've decided to, after a recommendation from Jem on Twitter, to come down here first and then head back down through Cornwall to do my other videos. So this wasn't on today's list, but we're here. And what can I say, lovely place, first impressions. I'm not necessarily here for the paranormal stuff, but I mean, I wasn't when I went to St Nexton's Glen. I just went there for a day out and ended up getting, you know, all sorts. So I'm going to get a feel for the place during the day today while we're here, and then if it's something I feel like we could come back and do a night investigation at, then we definitely will. At the moment I'm stood in one of the old buildings, as you can see, and I'm sort of slowly working my way round, and I don't want to get down there because actually there's two girls down by the river at the minute doing their washing, which is a bit odd. At least I hope there was. Either that, there is an encounter there on the first one. Yeah, no, they're down there. Look. Just down through the trees there. There's two girls. You can just see them walking off through the trees with bags full of washing. And why not? Make use of what's free. The river's free. Wash your clothes in it. Let's grab my bag and let's have a look up here. As I say, this had many uses over the years. It was they used to use the river to obviously power the mills, and there was cotton mills here which helped to produce carpet and things in the time. And I say in the 1880s this place was thriving. Lots of mills down here. I've actually forgotten the number, but there was a lot of mills being powered by the river. And obviously most famously this was a gunpowder works, and producing gunpowder in the 1800s and 1880s, and I believe 1913 there was still a team of 5 working down here, and that was when it was a cotton mill. And say it's such a gorgeous place, and it's a bit like St Nexton's Glen in the sense that you know, it owns you. You walk in here and you know, it takes your breath away. Just the sheer natural beauty of the landmarks. And you know, I'm finding that with a lot of places that I'm visiting at the minute. You know, there's a real presence to the places that I'm going, and this is no exception. You know, as we walk around, I say this is a small, very small section of some of the old pipework look coming out the building, and what I can only assume was small toilet blocks with a pipe at the back of each one. Not really using it for anything at the minute. So it just goes on further. There's small buildings down there, up there. And we're going to have a look around. So you're with me all day today. I'm doing a video here, and then I'm working my way, as I say, back up through Cornwall. Going to stop in at Jamaica Inn and sort of go up through that way. Mary Pool, some of you might have seen on Twitter, I've mentioned about a sword. That's going to be featured in that one. And as I say, I'm starting the series now. I'm going to tour Cornwall, going to look at some of the most historic and haunted sites in Cornwall. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do, because I'm not going to say it's going to be it's not going to be National Geographic sort of material, but it's going to give you a good insight into some of the gems that Cornwall's got to offer. And I must admit, I'm glad I listened to Gemma on Twitter last night, because this place is stunning. So let's get round, let's have a look round, and I will catch you in a sec. So we're in this little building here, and I can smell burning. And the reason I can smell burning, my first creepy encounter. I don't quite know. Yeah, they filled in full of expanding foam. Freaky face on it. But even like, look at that. I say it's a really powerful place. Really powerful. And I must admit, I'm not getting any feelings yet, but before I go I might get, I've got the spirit box, I've got the K2 and things with me. I might have a go, but it feels eerie, but then I think that's the same sort of thing with St Nexton's Glen. It's just where it is and the trees and just how prehistoric and old it feels. But let's keep moving. So there's a lot out here. Loads of buildings and things. I say the woodlands are very similar to the Glen. Let's keep moving. I'm going to put some pictures in, just because I've taken some really nice shots down by the river here, and I don't want you to miss them. So a couple of long exposures and things. It's pretty, really pretty. I'm going to head up that way and go along this way. Got to cross this bridge here. Well, it says the path is closed, but if they were that keen to keep people out, they'd do more than put a board across it. So I'm going to head this way, sort of have a wander. I want to go up that way. There's obviously a building here as well. Let's go have a look. I'm down in a wheelhouse now, one of the mills, and you can notice that because of the gears. There's still gear in here. Water would have ran through, and on the outside you can see the channel and the big wooden wheel, or what's left of it would have been there. You can just see some of the spokes sort of rotted away coming out of it. So paranormal wise, I don't quite know what to say. Something's going on up here. You saw that burnt effigy or whatever it was up there, and then down here in this particular room, lots and lots, and I mean lots, of burnt candle wax running all the way along. You would have needed a lot of candles, or a very big candle, to produce all that. I mean, there's a load there, and then literally this one, it starts down there, probably see it all here, it runs all the way up. That's all red candle wax. It runs along this line there. See the line? You see it all on the leaves? It runs all the way up here and stops there. And that looks like a nappy. So something's going on up here. I'm not feeling much yet, but been a bit preoccupied. But I mean, pay attention to some of the pictures I put up, 'cause I'm pretty sure when I took one down there on the bridge I saw something, but I haven't had a chance to go back over the pictures yet. But let's go up and have a look up here. That's nice. looks like the end of a glow stick. Here's the old wheel. Incredible, really. Now as you walk along here, you can probably see why the path is supposedly closed. Obviously you've got to come all the way through that lot, and then it gets worse. I mean, it's all flooded, and I would imagine the closure's more for safety rather than anything. But as I say, I've come here to explore. I'm going to explore. You know, I can understand if it was to do with preserving the wildlife and things, but I get what they're saying. But I'm going to take my own life in my hands and walk this way. So here we are in another mill. It's, the whole side of this river, or this whole side, is absolutely covered with mills. There must have been 10 or 15 running along here at one point. And if I remember correctly from the Google that I done last night, I think at one point there was a mention of 14 mills. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was 14. I mean, that's already 3 that we've been in. There's a 4th one there. I'd be surprised if they could get another 10 along here, but you know, a lot of it's decayed, especially up that far end. Look at this like secondary river that they would have channeled the water through to run the mills. So it's gravity fed, then it all comes down from the hills and drops down through the wheels. And then they use these channels to then channel that down to the lower mills. Really beautiful place. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to find one of the quieter mills just down a bit, and maybe get the spirit box out, see what we can find, if anything. It does feel like there's something here, but it could just be the location, it could just be the water sounds, it could be loads and loads of things. And there's definitely lots of mills here. I mean, there's obviously this is one, and then there's, I mean, that's number 5 there. And there's number 6, and down there's number 7. I can only imagine what it was like to be here in the 1800s with all this operating at full capacity. It must have been mental, really, really strange. Yeah, and I mean, this is one of the things I love about the Cornish woodlands as well. There's so much sort of prehistoric feeling to it. It's, you know, you've got the ferns here, the moss covering everything, the vines and the ivy, and then up there you got like a really weird toadstool, which I don't know if you can see, because there you go, there, look. It's crazy, it really is crazy. I must say I love it down places like this. First time here, won't be my last. Absolutely loving it. I'm going to head back up now, go up the stairs, back up onto the main path, and then we're going to go along past that mill there, down to the next mill. As I say, when I get a chance I'll get some gear out and we'll see if we can get any evidence of anything here, and go from there. Excuse this next bit, it's going to be a bit bumpy, but I don't really want to approach unless I have to. See what you think these girls are up to, and if I need to do anything or not. Let's go and have a look. I've decided to leave them alone. They're definitely older than I thought they were, and I stopped filming because they lifted a towel or a sheet up to shield themselves getting undressed and changed, and I'm not putting that on camera, not for any amount of views. But it looks like they're some sort of pagans, so they may be on some sort of retreat, doing a bit of camping out in the beautiful woodlands. So yeah, probably very innocent, to be fair, and nothing to concern myself about. I've just got some more nice shots of the river, and I think this is the last of the buildings behind me. And there's like a big wall there, so this must have been like the main factory, maybe, I don't know. But stunning place. So I'm going to head back over there, near where the girls are. I'm not going to film any more there, just in case they are getting undressed or whatever. And get a few shots, and at the end of this video I'm just going to do a slideshow of the pictures I've taken today. There's a few in the video as well, but the rest I'm going to put on afterwards in that wind. So when it gets shielded, because you probably can't hear me over the wind again there. Gonna have a quick look in that building there, go down, take some pictures, and if you're interested in the pictures, stay to the end, because I'm gonna put like a little slideshow of the various pictures I've got today in, for you to peruse at your leisure. And then I'm going to go to the next location. So that's Kennel Vale. I didn't get the gear out because I'm really not feeling it down here. May well be different at night. There's obviously something here because there's people camping and praying and doing all sorts down here. So, and obviously we've seen the wax, we've seen the burnt effigy. So maybe there is something here, but it might be one I put on a list for an overnight investigation one night, or an evening investigation. Not sure, I just saw something behind me now, as I'm talking about it. But please subscribe, it's going to help me out quite a lot, and as the channel grows and social media grows. So check me out on Twitter and Instagram as well. I've also got a Facebook page, Random Matt. So hit me up, and you know, if you're interested in any of these locations, want to come see them, you know, I'm quite happy to take people around, show people the sights. I'm also happy to travel elsewhere, so if there's somewhere you want to go near you, and you want someone to maybe come with you, or you know, you want to show me something, then by all means get in touch and we'll sort something out. And this is Kennel Vale. I'm done here. I'm going to put the pictures in at the end. Please subscribe, and I will see you at the next location in the next video. Take care.